Clay McKinney, Developer On-Ramp Introduction to CSS for Developers. And we're in the part about color. And there's another way to do color that I need to show you. And you might end up using this sometime. It might be easier to program or something like that. Like I said, the easiest ones to copy and paste are these hex numbers, and they're pretty easy to understand too. But you might find a use for this, so I want to mention it. It's specifying a color specifically using hue, saturation, and lightness, just like we did RGB a minute ago. So we have to put 3 values in here, one for hue, one for saturation, and one for lightness. The hue we do as the number of degrees around the color wheel. So let's see, I was drawing a color wheel. Boop. All right, remember this guy? Okay, so if this is 0, and it is, red is 0, then green is 120, blue is 240, and then we're back to 360, right? So that means that these are every 60 degrees. The red, yellow is 60, green is 120, cyan is 180, blue is 240, 300, 360, or 0, right? Okay, so like if we want to do cyan, we'll just say 180. So it's 180 for the hue. For the saturation, if we want it to be very colorful, we'd say it's 100% colorful, 100% saturated. If we want it to be completely gray, we would say it's 0% saturated. You can do any percentage in between. And then for lightness, it's a little weird. They calculate it differently than we did in hexadecimal. If it's 0, then it's black. If it's 100%, it's white. So if you want to have any color at all, the most color you can get is a lightness of 50. So we're going to say our lightness is at 50%. I think that's strange, but that's how they did it. All right, so I'm going to save that, and I'm going to go back over here. You can see that I looked this up in developer.mozilla.org. Helpful hint. Mozilla Developer Network. I love it. Okay, so here we go, and I'm going to refresh it. Oh, look. It's still the same color it was when I was practicing. All right, so let's say 120 then. That's going to be green. Beautiful. We can see yellow at 60. Okay, so it's more characters to type, right? It's harder to copy and paste, but it gives you a framework for understanding hue, saturation, and lightness that you don't get from using the RGB with the decimal numbers, and you don't get from using hexadecimal without really sitting down and thinking about it for a long time. So that could be useful. You might see that out in the wild, and I hope you had fun with it. Thank you.